Hello there, Mr. Kowalczyk back with a video for Business Math, and today we are in Section 9-2. Now if you watched the previous video about Section 9-1, we talked about how all dealerships are required to show a sticker price. The sticker price shows why the car is costing the amount that it's costing. You know, if you look at the sticker price and you see that the options, the base price, the destination price, if all that stuff equals $15,000, you're able to see, oh, well, that's how much it costs, and that's why it costs that much. Well, here's the thing. Just because a customer may buy a car for $15,000, it doesn't mean that the dealership actually bought the car for $15,000. You see, when a dealership buys a car from a factory, it gets that car at a discount. Why? So that they can then sell the car for a higher price and make a profit. Dealers are all about making money, just like any business here in America. So what we're going to try and calculate today is something known as the dealer's cost. The dealer's cost. And in order to figure that out, we need to know the percent of the base price. We also need to know the percent of the options price, and then once again the destination charge. As you can see, this problem has 3 steps. We're still doing some addition. Just like we did in Section 9-1, we're still adding things up. But because of Step 1 and Step 2, there's a little bit of multiplication that we have to do too. So let's just get rolling and start using these 3 steps to calculate the dealer's cost. In other words, how much money a dealership will actually have to spend to buy a car. Dewan is looking at a new truck, and this new truck has a base price of $20,811. It has options that total $1,855, and it even has a destination charge of $375. Well, here we get some new information that we didn't see in the previous section. The dealer's cost is a percentage of 92% of the base price. 92% of the base price, and 86% of the options price. We've got to use this info to answer the following questions. Letter A, what is the percent of the base price? Well, what we're going to use is Step 1. Step 1, we first need to know the base price. That's that $20,811 number. And we're going to multiply it. We're going to multiply it by the percent of the base price, which is 92%. Now, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to move the decimal over to the left twice. That way I can get rid of the percent sign and add a decimal right here, because we want to move it over to get it there. So, now that we've done that, we've finished setting up our problem. We multiply it out, and what we get is $19,146.12. So that truck that normally costs $20,811, the dealer is going to pay $19,146.12. So they're getting a little bit of a discount here. Let's move on to Step 2 for letter B. Letter B is asking us to find the percent of the options price. Well, in order to do that, we're going to do Step 2. Well, we first need to know the total dollar amount for options. Total dollar amount for options. That's $1,855. Now we're going to multiply it times the percent of the options price. It's 86%. But what we need to do is turn it into 0.86 by moving the decimal over to the left twice. I've kind of been doing that in my head for this video. Hopefully you understand that once again you move the decimal over twice to turn it from being a percentage to a regular decimal number. So, now that you've got your formula all set up, you can now do the math and find that it's $1,595.30. Just because your calculator shows it like that doesn't mean you get to write it like that. You got to make it look like money. So add that 0 to make it look like 30 cents. All right, we are now at letter C. Letter C, we get back into a formula we're fairly familiar with by adding. We're going to take that $19,000 and that $1,595 that we received for letters A and B, and we're going to add that to the destination charge. We're going to add that to the destination charge of $375. All right. Got all that figured out. So now we can add them up. And when we do, $21,116.42. Don't forget to write your answers on the line provided. And there you go. So there are all three steps for Section 9-2. If you need to, feel free to pause this video at any time and go back and review anything. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to talk to Mr. K. Thanks, and have a great afternoon.